The day felt heavy. Rain tapped softly on the window pane. My spirit was low. Nothing seemed quite right that morning. Just a dull ache lingered inside me. The world outside looked grey and tired. I watched the clouds drift slowly. They seemed to mirror my own mood. It was also very bleak. A sigh escaped my lips often. This kind of gloom was familiar. It settled in sometimes without warning. Modern life can be like that, I think. So much noise, so many demands, yet a feeling of being apart, alone. I often scrolled through news on my phone. It rarely helped the situation much. It mostly made things feel worse. The world seemed full of troubles. That particular day felt especially long. The hours stretched out before me, empty. Motivation was a distant, forgotten friend. I found myself just staring out of the window. The clouds were thick, a blanket of grey. They hung low over the quiet rooftops. It felt like the whole world was holding its breath, waiting for something to change. I was waiting too. I remember thinking about real connection, or the distinct lack of it I felt. People seemed to rush past each other. Online, voices were often loud, frequently angry. It was becoming harder to find the good. It was difficult to see any light. I felt a bit lost in it all, adrift in a sea of unspoken gloom. The silence in my flat was almost deafening. Then I stumbled upon something, quite by accident really. My thumb paused during its endless scrolling. It stopped on a small, unassuming video. A dog was trying to catch a red ball. It was endearingly clumsy in its efforts. It was surprisingly funny to watch. I let out a short bark of laughter. It was unexpected. That little laugh felt significant. It was a tiny spark of light, a small break in the heavy grey. I watched the dog video again, and then I watched it one more time. A genuine smile started to form. I realized my shoulders felt a little looser. The tension had eased, just a fraction, but it was a start, a positive shift. I found more videos like it. Cats squeezed into impossibly small boxes. Dogs greeting their returning soldier owners. Birds singing snippets of human songs. Each one was a small capsule of joy. They were simple, they were uncomplicated, they were wonderfully pure. The world outside my window remained grey, but inside something was definitely changing for the better. These little films were a true balm. They lifted my spirits considerably. The heavy feeling began to properly ease. It was like sunshine breaking through thick clouds. These pet videos were a digital lifeline, a sweet reminder that joy could still be found, even in the smallest, furriest packages online. The internet became a source of comfort that day. I looked over at Buster, my dog. He is a scruffy, lovable terrier mix. He was fast asleep on his favourite rug. His little paws twitched as he dreamed. He is such a good dog always, full of his own funny quirks. He has his own amusing habits. A thought began to slowly form. Maybe I could share Buster's unique charm. My phone camera was not very fancy. The lighting in our small flat was not perfect. But Buster did not care about such things. He only cared about tasty treats and long walks in the park and enthusiastically chasing his own tail. I started by filming him playing with his squeaky toy. He wrestled it with great solemn seriousness. It was quite amusing. The first few videos were just for me and for a few close friends to see. They were certainly not cinematic masterpieces, just little unedited snippets of our daily life. Buster chasing a bright laser pointer, Buster begging for a tiny piece of toast, Buster snoring very loudly in his sleep. But these clips made me happy. They made my friends chuckle too. I learned new things as I went along. I tried to find slightly better angles. I even attempted a bit of simple editing, nothing too complicated or technical. The main focus was always Buster himself, his delightful personality, his infectious, simple joy. He was a natural performer in his own quiet way, unaware of the camera, just being. That was the true magic. Then came the famous squirrel video. Buster has a very complicated relationship with squirrels. He truly loves to watch them intently. He barks with great enthusiasm. He does a funny little excited dance. His whole small body wiggles with pure delight. One sunny afternoon, a bold squirrel visited. Buster went into his full charming routine. I managed to capture it all. I posted that video online later without much thought or any expectation. It was just another Buster moment, I thought. But this particular one was very different. People started sharing it almost immediately, then many more people shared it. The view numbers climbed so fast. Comments poured in from everywhere. "This made my day," people wrote. "Buster is adorable." The squirrel dance, as it quickly became known, went viral. Not just a little bit viral. It went properly. Astonishingly viral. Local news outlets started to pick it up. It was even shown on morning television. Complete strangers were talking about my dog Buster. It felt incredibly surreal, but mostly it felt truly wonderful. Knowing Buster's joy spread. Pets have a remarkable way of doing that. They connect us to each other deeply. They remind us of simple, true joy, of uncomplicated, unconditional love. Buster's viral moment was a real gift, not just for us, his family, but for everyone who watched his dance. It showed the immense power of a wagging tail, the universal language of a happy dog. They are more than animals.